That's probably good.
Gee, thanks.
Did you just dab?
No.
He did, because it was a good silence.
It was a good silence, and then it was ended by a deafening dab. We all heard it. And welcome to Peeves and Qs. I'm your host, Mr. Red, and with me is Clever Girl,
Hi.
Mischief Gay,
Hey.
and Woods, L.
Hello.
And that's all we have tonight.
It's a lighthouse.
It's a lighthouse. Yeah.
In the dark.
So
It'll guide you. A lighthouse.
Okay, great. Well, who wants to tell me how they are?
No.
I'm good.
No, not this time. Ask me next episode.
I'm good. Tomorrow, I forgot to tell you this. Tomorrow, I'm going down to Detroit and watching Aladdin at the Detroit Opera House.
2 days ago,
exciting.
she went and did that.
Yeah,
actually.
so future meta. This is whatever.
Wait, what?
Yeah, whoa, time.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool. Will you like it? Don?
I hope so. I had a friend that went down because they've been in Detroit for probably a month now.
Yeah.
And they said that Jasmine wasn't very good. And I'm like, really?
Oh, no.
But I'll make my own decision.
Yeah. Maybe you'll love her.
I probably will.
Do you like Aladdin?
Yes.
I love Aladdin.
Yep.
How do you guys feel about Aladdin? What's your Aladdin takes?
I think I've only watched it like once or twice.
What?
I don't remember
Oh
like
man,
all
that
of
was
it.
my
But I do
jam.
know that there are like a million fucking spin-offs of it. Aren't
there?
There's like 10,000.
What?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Aladdin and the blah 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 blah.
Oh,
Aladdin
King.
and blah, blah,
The
blah, blah,
Arabian Nights stories.
Yeah, well, there are stories that movie is based on, and that's some of it. Also, there were sequels, direct to video, like Aladdin and the
VHS,
King of
Return of
Thieves.
That's with like every
Return of
Disney
Jafar.
movie.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, they always
And then
have like
they
a
had,
huge
like, a-
theater movie, and then they just like
Yeah.
all the spin-offs are like right to VHS.
And then you get a Disney Channel, like,
Right.
Yeah,
TV show
yeah.
series. Yeah. Oh, man.
Ooh, is there one
Love
for
it.
Aladdin?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep.
Should watch that. All right, well, neat. I hope you like it.
I hope we do too.
Then, in the far future, you and I and another couple, I think,
Yes.
Are
the
going-
mayor and his wife.
the mayor and his wife, previous host guest,
Host guest.
are going to see Rent
Yes.
at the big theater nearby, so that's exciting.
Very
Yes.
jealous.
Have you seen Rent
Not
on the
live.
stage?
Not live.
No.
Ooh.
Me either.
Neither
So-
have I.
And that's
I've
my
only
favorite musical ever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've only seen the filmed on live Broadway film thing that they did, which
Yes.
is not live, but was live at one point.
They're having a Rent live.
They're having a Rent live.
Yeah, like like the Grease live and like
Oh.
yeah. And
Yes. Who's playing Angel? Someone.
Valentina, she was
Yeah.
on Drag Race. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Is anyone
I knew it was
else
somebody
knowable in that, or is it all just new people or famous but not us famous?
No, there are Jordan Fisher.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, well,
And that's it.
and that's it. It's a one-man show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus Valentina.
Valentina.
All right, well, that's exciting, and I hope you like Aladdin, and I hope we like Rent, and I hope the listeners like this episode.
That's
Anyone
asking a lot, but yeah.
It is. It's a big
You
ask.
don't have to, it's fine.
Yeah, whatever you want, just whatever you're comfortable with. Who else? How is everyone else doing? How are you guys?
I'm pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Mischief Gay and myself, well, and you too. Like,
Yeah.
we had like just this weird, interaction a couple of weeks ago. It was the last day of the year, and we went to a restaurant, and then all of a sudden,
Oh, yeah.
Mischief Gay's
Oh
there
yeah.
Yes, and-
I was trying to figure out where you were going with this. I'm like,
with
Yeah, me
with
too.
his
That's funny.
mom. And we had
Yeah.
not said at all that we were going to this restaurant
Yeah.
or anything. And I guess Mischief Gay was just listening to the episode in the car.
Yeah. Our show,
Okay,
this
so I was
show.
literally just listening to the new episode, and then when I walked in the restaurant, I
Mm-hmm.
saw Clever Girl, and I was like,
Oh, hey.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
like
hey.
nothing. Like it was
Yeah.
nothing.
I didn't because it just in my head, I'm like, oh, I just saw her 2 minutes ago
Yeah.
in my car.
That is a very real thing that happens. I used to have this. All right, I'm going to plug something, but my current YouTube
Shameless
channel,
plug.
Mr. Red Productions, on there are these old videos of me and two other friends doing a Let's Play YouTube show, and I would edit those. So we would hang out for 2 hours and record this, then I would edit them, and I wouldn't see my friends for like months because I was listening to the episodes, and it feels like hanging out with them because you're just hearing them in your voice, just talking.
Yeah.
And so they'll like text me and be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I'll be like, "I'm a little busy," and they're like, "We haven't hung out in a while." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?
Like,
I see you every day."
Time,
10 minutes ago.
Right. I'm editing this right now, so it's very weird when that happens.
So it was just really funny that like it was just really
what a wild coincidence it was.
Yep.
Very big coincidence.
But that was neat, and it was good food at the restaurant.
So good.
Yes.
So I was what about you, Woods? How are you?
Fine.
All right.
You sure about that?
Fine.
Okay.
Fine enough.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I think that's my cue to move on to our next segment. Peeves. Who wants to go first with Peeves? Peeves.
I'll go first.
All right.
So, one of my peeves is people making rash decisions. Not like in general, because like I make rash decisions all the time, like in my life, but like when it comes to like business. Like the business side of it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we just hired 5 new people at the salon.
Oh yes, you were talking about this.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like really cool that we got like all of the stations filled and like there's never like, you know, not anybody there now. Like that's really cool. But like there are so many other things that I feel like the owner did not think about fully before hiring all these people.
Like what?
Such as?
Just like things with like the desk. Like these people are used to the desk being run one way, and then we're used to it being run a different way, and then like they're not used to the system. They all use like books and stuff. I don't know. And like the locker situation, the station situations, it's just, she didn't really like plan it. She was just like, okay, you can all come here.
Yeah, should have had like an orientation.
Yeah, like a meeting.
Yeah, a meet and greet for everybody.
Well,
that would have been a good idea.
Whenever somebody new starts a new job, they have to like have training for what the environment is going to be like. And when you have 5 people that all need to be taught, and I'm sure they all have specific ways they do stuff, so it's different for everyone. Yeah,
so we're having a meeting, but I feel like she should have had it like before.
Yeah.
Everything.
Hindsight 2020 should have done it before.
Hindsight 2020 coming up next year.
Oh, seriously though, that's scary.
Yeah, that's annoying. They got to be more precognitive about stuff like that.
Just like in business, like other things, like I'm always like, oh, like when I'm making plans, like I'm very last minute about things like that too. So
cool. But if you're a business,
get it together.
Better. Yeah, get it together. All right, who else? Peeve closed. Who else?
Oh man, we haven't been doing.
I know. I keep forgetting.
I have one. It's also work related. It's when your higher ups, whether it be your boss, your manager, or whatever, like dig really hard to find something to bitch at you about.
Ooh.
I have a coworker who's expecting a baby.
Expecting what?
A raptor. No.
Ooh.
A baby. And on Monday, she came to work and she said to me, like when we were down getting like our coats on and stuff, she's like, I have not felt good all weekend. I can hardly like get off the couch. I'm so tired. And she's like, I took my blood pressure yesterday and it was, I forgot what she said, but it was like 80/60, which is low. And your blood pressure is going to be low when you're pregnant. That's just something that happens. And then
because the blood is busy. Right.
And so she's like, I don't know if just not enough blood is getting to my brain. She's like, I just feel really weak and stuff. And I was just like, oh, that, we were just talking. I was like, oh, the doctor said that you need to sit down more and whatever. Yeah. So then we go to work and I don't even think she got to her first patient. And she's all of a sudden like standing at one of our computers. And I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, no, I'm going to go to the ER. And I was like, oh, okay. So she left. And so then we went about our morning. Mm-hmm. And at lunchtime, I texted her. I said, "Hey, how's it going? What are they saying? What do they think it is? What do they think it's like dehydration or whatever?" And she's just like, "No, they ran all these tests and they don't know yet, and we're still waiting on some results and whatever." And then like 5 minutes later, she texts me again. She's like, "They said nothing's wrong. All my vitals are good, so we're going home." And this is lunchtime, and everybody's in the lunchroom, and everyone's been wondering what's, like, going on. So I just was like, "Oh, so-and-so just texted me, and she's gonna go home. They said they didn't find anything wrong."
Yeah.
And then I guess they pulled her aside either today or yesterday, and they were like, "You need to be, when stuff like that happens, you have to text us first."
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, really?
Because they don't want to hear it through you.
Right.
Gosh.
That's like one of those authority things that I can't
get the fuck
stand.
over it.
Right.
Like, and she even says, she's like, "I texted our boss first. Sorry that Jody was on her phone and like,
at her phone and was able to tell everyone."
Right.
Yeah.
At lunch. Right. So like when everyone's there.
Yeah, that's
just something I'm like, really? Can you seriously
really
get mad at that?
yeah.
That's so stupid.
I understand if you weren't involved, like if she didn't text anyone and just went home, like you have to let us know, but she did let you know through you, for one thing.
Well, that and she texted our boss first.
Right.
It's just something. So she tells me these things, and I'm just like, I cannot believe they complain about that.
Yeah, I hate stuff like that because it's like people can make mistakes and that's fine, but when you're an authority figure, when you're a boss, you make decisions based on those mistakes and it affects people.
Right.
So like you talk to someone and they don't need to be talked to.
Right. I hate it. I hate even being told like, "Hey, I want to come talk to you about something." I hate it. It sends my blood pressure super high, and I hate it.
Maybe this is what I never.
So like next time if something like that happens, it just trains me to not say anything.
Yeah, because you're scared.
Because I don't want her to get in trouble. Like say this exact same thing happened, and I text her because I want to know, and she'll text me. So I'm like, okay, well I know what's happening to her, and nobody else does. So live in that ignorance.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Yeah.
Like
that just,
live in that ignorance.
That's exactly what that trains me to do.
I get it.
You know, unlike, okay, I heard from her and she says this, whatever.
Well, that's
it's just so stupid.
Yeah,
that's frustrating.
Pick your battles, and they better be damn good ones.
Pick your battles, especially if you're a boss. Pick your battles.
Yeah, because you better keep us happy.
Yeah, seriously.
We make you look good.
There's more of us than there are of you, bosses.
That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Okay.
What about you? Peeve closed. What about you, Woods, L?
We're talking about a peeve.
We're talking about peeves. Peeves all day.
It's peeves.
Okay.
It's peeve o'clock.
Okay, I have a peeve. I just don't know how to word it. Like always. You know.
Yeah.
You know the drill. Okay. Because it's hard to say it without mentioning the person's name.
Right. Just use a made-up name, like Max.
Yeah, we usually use Max.
Max.
Yeah.
I know a Max.
All right, well then...
it's not that Max.
Shelly.
She's like, I know a Shelly.
I don't, actually. Shelly got a fish tank.
Uh-huh.
And...
Of course she did.
She did.
Are you
and now
Shelly?
No, this is not about me. Because now Shelly wants me to explain, like, okay, Shelly got a fish tank.
And doesn't know how to use it.
That feels like a art house indie movie.
Shelly got a fish tank.
Sounds like a folk song.
Shelly does not want to have anything to do with this fish tank.
Oh no.
Then why'd she get a fish tank?
Because she got the fish tank
Silly
for her
Shelly.
daughter.
Okay.
And...
Shelly's daughter.
Yes. And she does not want to have anything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she asks me what to do, I tell her, she does not like the answer.
Oh no.
And I try to explain it to her. And it's just, it's science. It's the way the life works. I don't know. I can tell you, like, exactly how it works. And it's the most annoying thing in the planet to always have to fix these problems.
Yeah.
It's a person in specific, but it's like always, coming to me and being like, oh, well, can't I just use yours? Can't you just do it? No, I don't have it.
That's not my gig.
No.
Right.
No,
But
Shelly.
it's
No, Shelly.
No, Shelly.
Shut up, Shelly.
God, Shelly.
God, Shelly.
So is part of this peeve that like you give the advice and they still don't take it? Because that's
the peeve is mainly that
Shelly is a fucking idiot.
no.
Shelly's a lazy bitch.
It's the
Get it together, Shelly.
why get something
If you're not going to take care of it.
if you hate it that much. That's something that's living, and I feel like I might have said this before.
Yeah.
But like that you hate taking care of so much that it's like I've explained this to you like 1,000 times the way that this cycle works,
Mm-hmm.
and you hate it so much.
Yeah.
And I've explained it to you, and she hates it. Hates taking care of it. It's like a burden. Then
Does her daughter
was
like get
gonna
that
say-
much enjoyment out of it, or
How old is this daughter?
7.
Okay,
so
so
maybe.
she could probably be doing all this stuff herself, the taking care of it part.
Mm,
That's part of the responsibility of
some
having...
fish
To
are
an
really
extent.
temperamental.
Yeah, but like...
To an extent, she could be like teaching her.
I was gonna say that's a good teaching tool.
Yeah, it is.
Responsibility.
It's like that's what all...
Yeah.
That's what my parents did when we asked for pets. It's like, if we get a pet, you're going to take care of it, start
your
to
parents
finish.
definitely would say that.
Do you have to go
Because
there?
Shelly lazy as fuck.
Who's Shelly in this scenario?
I'm not saying.
I'm not saying.
Just
But
Shelly.
like,
We're talking about another Shelly now.
you can't change science in
Right.
the way that
you can't
things-
cheat it. You can't make it easier.
Yeah.
you can't make it easier. It's gonna happen one
Mhm.
way or the other. So, I don't know what to tell you,
So
but I
put up-
can't fix your problems.
Yeah. Put up or shut up.
That's right.
I mean, like, cause I've gotten like multiple calls saying, well, now what do I do? Like, well, what do you think you do? I don't know. You either gotta fix it or you gotta buy another. Like,
Mhm.
your thing broke, you gotta get another one, I guess. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
You should
What
make
do you
like
want me-
car metaphors. Well, what
What
would
do
you do if that happened to your car? What would you do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what do you
Take it to a
expect me to
mechanic.
do?
I don't know.
She wants you to fix it.
She wants you to
Sounds-
fix it. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't fix that.
You should get her a really big book on like aquariums.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell, oh, she'd never.
And like put tabs in it,
You know how
like
big
you
the-
actually looked at it.
You know how big the aquarium is? It's that big.
Oh, so like a kids' room aquarium.
Like a little
Yes,
aquarium.
Yeah.
It's very tiny.
Mhm.
It's got that little type fish in there. And it's just the easiest little thing to take care of ever.
Yeah, those are easy fish. I've had those.
Yes.
Well, that-
Easiest thing ever.
That is frustrating.
Oh.
Listen to advice and don't do stuff that
Don't
you don't
take
want
on
to do.
something that you absolutely hate taking on.
Right.
Right.
That you know that you don't want to take on.
There's a certain level of doing things for other people, but there's also a certain level of what are you comfortable with. Like, if Clever Girl here just one day said she wanted to be a Nazi, we would have to have a conversation about that.
Shelly.
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 I wouldn't just be like, all right, well, let's go get tattoos of horrible things.
That would be a brash decision.
That would be a rash decision.
God.
A rash for sure, Barbara. That'd be a problem. I'd be like, let's talk
I
about this.
really want to get a tattoo. Side note.
Okay.
I would like to get another one.
Please no swastikas.
Please, no swastikas. This is a swastika-free zone. All right, well,
free zone, please.
yeah.
There you have it. Get it together, Shelly.
There you go. Get that on a tattoo. Well, thank you for that. That's
That is
very,
a good peeve.
That is a good peeve, yeah. Peeve closed?
Peeve close.
Peeve closed. I'll go. So,
yeah, you're the only one left.
thank you. I just got gas. And in doing so, I
Good.
noticed a problem that I think in the year of our 2019 should be definitely have been fixed by
I'm
now.
excited to hear this.
So I went to the gas station, and every single stall or whatever, pump, that's a word,
Yes.
was occupied, and I had to wait. I had to like circle and do some of that like waiting in a parking space. And I noticed, again, this is something that I notice frequently, that every car has the pump or the tank door on a different side, the left or the right.
The passenger or the driver, yeah.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Who made that decision?
Like my car, it has.
That's a great question.
My gas pump is on the driver's side. Mr. Red's is on the passenger side.
Yeah.
Right. So you know your own car. You just memorize where it is. But then there's also sometimes on the gas tank there's things. So you can figure it out. That's not the problem. The problem is it is such an inconvenience, a social badness.
Right, because everyone's facing it.
Everyone's facing different directions. There should be a standard. We should every car company should be like, listen, I know we're competing. I know we're a competition. Right.
Yeah.
I know we have copyrights, but this is something that for society, the good of the whole, we need to come to a decision that's always going to be on the driver's side or the passenger side. They need to, because they drive cars, right? The people who run these companies, they have cars, so they have to deal with this too. This affects everyone unless you're driverless. I mean, soon you have a driver. Yeah, soon it will be. I'm just saying.
That's a good point. But
that sucks. Or put it like on the dead back, like in
Christmas Vacation?
No, the first one. Vacation. National Lampoon's Vacation. Didn't they have a...
I don't know.
Oh, it was the new one.
Put it on the roof.
They put it on the roof. I don't care. Just not the sides. Different sides. That's my peeve. Like, why? I understand that, like, initially when they were coming up with designs, they were like, all right, we want to be different. And then other cars were like, ooh, I kind of like this, and it's preferences and everything. But by at least the 50s, they should have been like, this is gonna be a thing in the future. We should fight this now, like, fix this now, so that by this... It's so far into the game.
So angry.
I know! It's just so stupid. And this is such a big deal, too. So...
To some people.
To some people. And everyone.
What I want is, when I pull up to the pump, I want there to definitely be, like, a line of, like, hey, pull up to this line so you can open the door, or, you know, don't go past this line so the thing won't reach to your car.
Well, sometimes...
Because how many times I've, like, pulled up, and I've turned the car off, and I go to get out, and I'm like, fuck that stupid
I don't think I've ever done that.
Mm-hmm.
I do it a lot. You'd think I'd get better, but
some
I don't.
cars are different lengths, though.
Yeah, well...
Maybe there should be an average, though. Or maybe cars should all be the same length.
I was going to say, they should either be cars... Or they should be trucks.
Or, like, minivans or whatever. Or
no, see?
Limos.
Yeah, no, you're being stupid.
What do you mean I'm being stupid? Limos need gas, too. That's racist.
Oh, my God.
All right, well...
Oh, my God.
Closed,
God,
you guys. God, Shelley. All right, well, that was Peeves. Peeves section closed. Who would like to start us off with our Qs?
Mischief Gay, you got
Mischief
one?
Gay, you got one?
Yes.
There's an echo in here, so...
Okay. Do you believe...
No. Usually no.
in life after love?
Oh.
No, I was like, was that seriously the question? Oh, God.
Well...
Okay, okay, do you believe in alternate realities?
Ooh.
Oh,
And
my God.
I kind of talked about this last time I was here.
Uh-huh.
So, like, often I will be doing something.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just talk about driving, because that's when it happens the most.
Sure.
And I pull into the gas station, and I have this problem.
Yeah.
So, like...
So that's why there's alternate realities. Go on.
So, like, I'll be driving, like, on the expressway or something.
Uh-huh.
And, like, it's happened a couple of times where, like, I'll almost, like, hit somebody's car or something.
Yeah.
Like, just almost. But, like, I move at the right second. And
I think I know where you're going with this.
And I'm like... But then, like, I think, and I'm like, well, what would have happened if I did hit that car?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just, like, branches. I'm like, it, like, branches out, like, oh, well, this would have happened, and this would have happened, and this would have happened, blah, blah, blah. So...
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I believe in alternate realities.
Yeah.
So, in conclusion, I do.
In conclusion. What do you think? Clever. Miss Girl.
I mean, if I, like, truly, like, sat down and thought about it, no, because I do think, like, we are, like, individuals just living a life. But I do think that there are, like, turning points where it could go one way or another.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't, because when I think of like alternate realities, I picture them like being at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Like you have two different timelines and they're both going at the exact same time.
That's what I always think about.
So like the reality where we're not doing Peeves and Qs, we're just sitting at home doing nothing right now today.
Right.
That's a sad world.
I guess
that's kind of like a parallel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is.
Alternate would probably be the other choice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I
right?
guess I do.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I get, okay, in that way I get what you're saying. Then yeah.
I've always like,
but
I don't know.
I have those all the time in the car too, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, I almost just died, or
this has always been a thing, like ever since I was like little.
Uh-huh.
Like it's just like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, I could be dead in an alternate reality.
If I wasn't late to work, I would have gotten in that car crash. Like it's always like
wondering.
Something.
You're always wondering.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I always think about, like poor people who are just like in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like there's like a shooting at the mall or something.
Yeah.
Or that shooting at like Big Lots near us. That was so stupid.
Wait, what?
Like 2 days before Christmas, there was a shooting at the Big Lots near us.
I think it was Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It was. I'm like, what if I was in that store?
What if you were there? Because you could have been.
Because I just happened to be like out or whatever. It's just I think about that stuff all the time.
Scary stuff. I don't believe in like in terms of does this exist? No, but I do like the thought of it, and I like thinking about it. I heard this. Well, somebody had a theory that, or maybe it was just like, what if? Every time you die, you just shift to an alternate reality where you almost died.
Yeah.
And that's where I thought...
what if you actually did get one of those car crashes, but your other reality just took over and so
there's a version of events where you didn't, so let's just have your consciousness, your soul or whatever, shift there. So like...
Rick and Morty, the cartoon, they do that all the time.
They have a lot of alternate
There's literally
realities.
an episode where they go through the entire episode and then they just die. Like something happens and then like a portal opens, they step out and they're like, oh, well, these ones are dead, we're just going to live here now.
We're going to take them.
They throw the other ones away.
So it's like the heroes of the show die and like other heroes that are still them just show up. It's a weird show, Rick and Morty. It's hard to watch.
It's
sometimes.
Very hard to wrap my head around it.
Yeah. So I like thinking about it, especially in science fiction. I like it because you can actually move between realities and like.
I don't know if I believe in that.
No.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're like me. Like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
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 And so, like, of course, I didn't get in that car crash because I got to get somewhere because I got to meet this person or I got to do this thing that which then branches and branches and branches. So
right.
I'm kind of like that, but I definitely do think like, what if that happened and what would my life be like or whatever? Yeah, like, what if I wasn't in that show that Mr. Ed and I were in? We would have never met. I wouldn't have, like, it spirals.
And that's what I like about Doctor Who. Because they have this thing where time wants to happen. So if something changes, time tries to correct itself. So if we were never in that show together, we would have met through some other means because we need to be together, obviously. So I like the idea, but I don't think I do because, like, what would that be? I think about things literally. If that were true, what would a reality be comprised of, and what would an alternate one be? Physically, what is the stuff that makes a reality in that case?
And which one of you is the true self?
And which one of you is the Jody? Whoa, yeah. So, so I like it.
I know, too deep, right? Too deep.
I know. So yeah, I like the idea.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
It is interesting. Let's think about that for a while.
Yeah.
Or
such a weird thing to think about.
Yeah. We could move on to somebody else's question. Clever girl.
Oh, God. I have a couple that I really, really, really want to
I have a question for you. Oh. How do you make a Moscow Mule? Because I want to get myself another one, and I don't know how to do it.
Are you going to cut this out?
No.
Hi. Listeners, how
do you make a Moscow Mule?
The easiest way I know how to make them is you buy Smirnoff Moscow Mule vodka.
Ooh.
You put a shot of that in.
Shot of that.
Some Vernors, because we're in Michigan, and then squeeze that lime a little bit harder. That's in your cup.
All right, I'll be right back. You guys go on.
Okay. Thanks. I'm commandeering this podcast now. My question is, what is your style?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, what do you call it?
What?
Gay.
But not even. Like yours isn't, like, stereotypical.
No,
Gay.
I don't go around wearing booty shorts and crop tops.
No, you don't. But if you wanted to, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, go ahead. What's yours?
What would I call it? What do you mean, what would I call it? Like, do I need to make up a name?
Yeah, kinda. So, like, some people might say this or this. I'm a branch of this and that. I like this.
I'm like, I don't know. My style has, like, changed so drastically.
It has.
Over the years.
Yeah.
We know what it used to be.
Vest.
Nothing but
vest.
All day, all night vest.
Which I still have.
You wearing pants vest. You wearing shorts vest.
Like, no shit. Go to Cedar Point, vest.
Winter vest, summer vest.
Yeah.
Red vest, blue vest.
So, I don't know, like, I used to, like, always love, like the weird patterns and vests and...
and, like, colors.
Yeah, like, I would...
Now you're wearing all black.
It's great.
It's
well,
great.
This is like,
it's a very stylish
it's like a dark,
sweater.
this is like a navy. But, yeah, like, I would own, like, a bunch of different kinds of, joggers, and they all had, like, different kind of patterns on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just always wanted to stand out. That was, like, my thing. Like, I wanted to stand out, like, with my style.
Be vibrant.
But, like, as I've gotten older, I don't know, I just, like, I've been more into, like, looking more fashionable and stylish.
Right.
Yeah.
While also remaining like a...
Like chic and...
modern. Just like a really like... I don't want to say like... Boring isn't the right word.
Classic.
Just like... Very like classic kind of looking.
Neutral.
Yeah.
But I love it because like you'll do that, but you'll still have something like this collar on this shirt. Like it's still fun.
Something like... Yeah, something
So it's always just like... it's always exciting.
Thanks.
What's yours? Woods, L.
Woods,
I gotta go next.
All right.
Yeah.
What would you say? Did you answer for yourself?
No, I didn't.
See, I step away for 1 minute and we forget how to do the podcast. You gotta answer first.
Oh, my style. I have like a couple of different ones.
You do.
Being a Gemini, I have two different
Samesies.
Yeah. I have this I love to be like super modern. I love whatever color's like really hot.
Yeah.
But always in a muted tone. I don't like a lot of bright colors unless it's like pink. But like that blush, like millennial pink is like my favorite. I wear that a lot.
Mauve.
Yeah, mauve.
The mauve.
Mauve.
But I like separates a lot. Like I have a vest on.
You do.
I like one piece of my clothing to have a pattern, but not have it be too big because I don't like, because big girls can't wear big patterns. Like, I don't know. I try to play by those rules of what not to wear.
Yeah.
And like kind of...
Isn't that a show?
Yeah. Yes, that's why I said it.
Oh.
Play by those rules on what not to wear.
Okay.
And I just always try to like have it together. And my staple, and I didn't wear them tonight and I felt really out of place. I always wear a ballet flat. And my tan ones are my favorite, and so...
What's a ballet flat?
My flat shoes that I wear.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, those, yes.
They look like ballet slippers, but like, that's my thing. I don't know. And I love shopping for clothes, and I love looking for what's new and hot in this season, and then whatever, so...
What's in vogue.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool.
I like to be trendy, but not like, whoa, that's weird. Yeah. So that's me. I don't know what you would call that.
I don't know what you call it. I call that Jody.
Trendy.
What about you?
I don't really know how to describe
Bohemian.
I really like kind of like a hippie grunge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Like punk bohemian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
grunge is a way better word.
I've just been wearing like hoodies because
that's part of that grunge.
I'm cold and
well, it's cold
a
out.
lot of my clothes aren't fitting me.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I have like some really cute clothes.
Yeah.
But they just don't fit me right
Listen, it's that after holiday. I get you.
It happens.
Say that.
It happens. Yeah. That's definitely yours. Yours is like that hippie grunge.
Yeah.
And I've always liked that. I think all of our styles are so interesting.
I like the like lacy stuff, but I also like to wear like some leather in there.
You like the hard and the soft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get that.
But yet, yeah.
Yeah, you mix those, hard and soft. That's basically what that
like
is.
Your sweater is like soft.
Except this was my grandpa's sweater.
But then you're wearing the trigger.
Because I didn't get ready today. Really? Not really.
Well, that's fine.
Like I said, I didn't want to put pants on.
Right.
Whatever. I would have never thought that. That's just like kind of what's in right now is just like that vintage whatever feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. What would you call yours?
I would say I have two. One is like nerd chic, I guess, where it like looks good, but on the like if you look closer, it's like nerdy. For example, I have like a nice watch that has Batman symbol on it and everything, and I try to look nice but have cool, fun elements in it. So that's one. And the other one that I have, it's like business but super casual. For example, like nice button-up shirts, but I don't tuck them in.
Yeah, and that's annoying.
Here's why. Because that's so sexless, Jody. Don't you understand? People who like wear button-up shirts and tuck them in, they're just like there's no personality.
So put together.
No. They're like, yes, I'm going to teach this class now on how to.
It depends.
But if they're untucked, they're like cool and like, hey, how you doing? They'll like shake your hand. Give you a high five.
No,
what?
I think untucked button-ups are like
nice.
Okay, what kind of button-ups are we talking about?
Like button-ups.
Like a long sleeve.
Yeah, like a long sleeve.
Like pinstripe. Like nice shirt.
Just like a plain
Paul Bettany in Wimbledon. He wore like a button-up shirt that was not tucked in and a blazer.
Listen,
and he looked cool.
He's English, and that movie was made in the early 2000s.
And it was perfect.
For the early 2000s.
I grew up in the early 2000s, so that's my style. Although right now...
It just looks lazy.
Yeah.
When you don't tuck in a nice shirt.
Because I'm lazy.
You also,
Right now, I'm wearing this t-shirt that I got for Christmas.
Yep.
Which says, made in the 90s, and it's got a whole bunch of 90s cartoon characters on it.
His mother bought this shirt for him.
Yeah.
It's too big.
It's too big, that's true. It's very... loose and
he
baggy.
Put it on before we left, and I was like, you look like you're 12.
It's also because I shaved today and I used like a really small, like close thing. Your beard is actually longer than mine for once, and it's strange.
It looks awesome.
Thanks.
And I came out of the bathroom and I was like, you maimed yourself.
I look like a kid, yeah. So I do look childish, but cool.
So anyway, so I will leave button-up shirts untucked if it's like a short sleeve button up that has like patterns on it.
Yep. Which he has some of those, and that's fine. But I'm talking the long sleeve.
Yeah.
I just think it looks cool.
You either leave it completely unbuttoned and leave it untucked, or you button that motherfucker up and tuck it in.
No, you know what? I'm gonna unbutton it, but tuck it in. It'll be open, but tucked.
Oh, God.
That's the look I'm going for.
Can you imagine what that
That'd be great. Plus, one sleeve is rolled up, but the other is not.
That's gangster.
That's gangster, yeah. So that's mine. And I think that's everyone's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like your guys' style.
I do, too. Shout out to Carmen Sandiego, because she's
styling.
Is so sleek.
Did she, by the way... Did she end up sending something in? Because she couldn't make it. She said she was going to send us...
Not that I received, unless we get one by the end of the episode.
All right. Well, stay tuned.
But yeah, I try to emulate her, and I just come nowhere close. She always is just, like, very put together.
She's on it, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like she works for that magazine from The Devil Wears Prada or whatever.
Yeah.
Vogue? Isn't that Vogue?
Is it Vogue? I don't know.
She'd be...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I love Chocolate Thunder's style because she's like, I don't give a fuck. And she looks good.
Yeah, she looks good.
She wears that confidence with it.
Yeah, it's true. Shout outs. All right, well, good question.
Thank you.
Q closed.
Q closed.
Oh, mine, no, whose else did we do? Well, thanks. I was doing so well on not having to edit anything.
My bad.
Well, who else? I'll go, unless you have one.
You can go.
I'll go. I have not so much
Too busy kissing the cat.
Not so much a question, more about a statement, a demand, if you will. Guys, tell me about something you're into right now. Not necessarily like, what's your favorite blah, blah, blah. Just like, what right now are you like, you know what I'm really into right now is this.
What are you into?
Oh, I didn't know I was going to have to answer this question. There's a lot of things. Oh, you know what I'll answer? My amazing and wonderful girlfriend, the clever girl, just recently, for my birthday, which was just recently, gifted me a Nintendo Switch.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
best girlfriend ever.
Seriously, best girlfriend ever. Thank you. So I have been literally glued to it. I'm playing it right now, in fact, and it's so good. It is such an amazing system. It's so sleek and clean, and it's portable, so I can take it with me wherever which is why I have it here right now and I'm playing it.
Stop.
And it's just, the games on it are great. I'm playing Shovel Knight, which is a great game, and I have Mario Kart, which is also a great game. So it's just a neat system. I love it to death, and I'm very happy that I got it.
That's awesome.
And I'm super into it, so.
Everyone around, like, our house is, like, into it, too.
Yeah, it's super weird because, like, Clever Girl's parents, who are not video game people at all, not even video people, really, they'll, like, be, so what's this? You can plug this into, like, your TV.
They're just so fascinated with it,
Yeah.
and they like watching him play it.
Like, I was playing Mario Kart the other day, I set it down, and I walked in, and your mom was just, like, looking at the screen, being
she's
like,
ooh, what is
what's
this?
Because, like, when you beat a race, it, like, shows highlight clips, and she's like, oh, what's all this? And I had to be like, that's Mario.
My mom.
That's so funny.
It's very funny. So, that's what I'm into right now. Also, Godzilla. But that's more of a
You've been
life
into-
thing.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you've been into Godzilla.
So, who else would like to tell us something that they're into right now? Something that you're just like, man, I'm really into this.
I'm really into the TV show MASH right now.
Always wanted to watch that.
It's a
good.
great
It's
show.
a good show.
It's a great show to be watching right now.
It is.
Because the issues that they deal with in that show are fucking still relevant today.
Yeah. And that is a very issue-heavy show. Like, it doesn't seem to be at first. It
Do you
seems
know
to
what
just...
MASH is?
I think so.
Okay.
Wait, there's MASH and then there's Smash.
well, no, there's only
It's a
MASH. I don't know what you
TV show
mean.
From
Isn't Smash something?
Oh, Smash.
Smash is a different.
That's
TV
a different show.
Yeah.
So-
Mash.
MASH.
MASH is like
You
an
said
army
MASH,
show, like
yeah.
from the
Oh,
70s.
okay. So that's not what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's from the 70s, but it's emulating the 50s.
It's set in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know it.
It's set during the Korean War, and it's about this mobile army surgical hospital, MASH, MASH.
And
So they're doctors, they're not
Excuse me,
police
this is
people.
my-
Oh, excuse me.
thing.
Excuse me.
So yes, there's these doctors that, you know, they get drafted and they're over there, but an army hospital isn't army. So it's just these doctors and nurses are over there and they're just like trying to save these lives from these people who are getting slaughtered out on the battlefield and whatever. And oh man, the writing is just super good.
Good.
Really like the characters that are in it. The main character, he ends up like producing and directing a couple of episodes and writing some of the stuff.
gets really involved
I
with
follow
the
him
show.
on Twitter now because I'm on Twitter, and I'm just like,
What's your handle?
we'll say it at the end.
Okay.
I just love Alan Alda, and I just he's the driving force of like, I am not gonna be army. I'm not gonna support guns. I'm not gonna do this. And he's like, this is incredibly stupid that we're over here doing this war
Yeah.
and like stuff like this. And I think like Alan Alda, I'm sure is like that in real life.
And he sells it. He's a great actor.
Yeah, phenomenal acting. I don't know if I'm just like so used to TV shows nowadays, and I'm just I can see through acting,
Yeah.
and it's terrible, but like that's a good show, and I'm just really into it right now.
And it's really interesting to make a little comment about your thing. It's really interesting to watch a show that is not toothless about its messages and not politics, but like its stance on things, because most shows nowadays are. Like they don't...
I mean, they like pussyfoot around it.
Yeah. They're like, if we have a character, for example, who's a politician, they're going to talk about specific issues in that show and not really mention real issues because they don't want to alienate fans. But this show is just like, this is what we feel about things. And especially for something that's older. Like, you expect older times to just be very repressed and very much like, we only talk about things in private. We don't. So it's interesting.
It's just really cool because, like, my parents watched this show when it came out.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll be sitting there watching it and they'll just be like, oh, I love this episode. When this came out, this is what the world was like and this is what people said about this episode and whatever. So it's like, you're just learning just all types of stuff. It's just really cool.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm into.
Cool. What about one of you two?
I said this earlier tonight,
I'm into fish tanks.
I'm really into making these, I just bought some stuff for it to start. I haven't made one yet, but.
What is it?
It's called a palad. I don't know.
We still don't know.
It's like a vivarium. Okay.
What?
It's like an aquarium, but
like that.
But a Vivalium.
With Valium.
Oh, okay. So like terrariums almost.
It's a vivarium, but with water.
With water. Okay, so she wants to make these so frogs live in them, is what she's saying. So it's an aquarium for frogs.
And there is or isn't water in it.
Okay, I don't know how to say it. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
It's a paludarium.
Paludarium.
I learned something new today.
Yeah.
Sorry, viewers, you can't see, but it looks like so.
Yes, okay. So, like a typical frog enclosure.
Yeah.
Or turtle.
But it's a bioactive frog enclosure. So, basically, you, like, all of the, most of the, some of these are all water on the floor of them, but not all of them. I want to make one has like a pond that has also a land area.
Yeah.
And in that land area, it is bioactive, and you have like isopods in that area. So
love it.
You're saying a lot of words to me right now.
Bugs.
Oh, never mind.
She's basically
say isopods. Go back to isopods.
Building an ecosystem that can survive.
Ecosystem. Yeah. So basically, like roly polies, like you find outside.
Yeah.
Those are isopods. You buy them. You don't just find them outside.
No, you buy them. I don't buy them.
I buy them.
What if you found them outside?
Well, you can.
This seems like
I have a ton of them by my house.
They might have like diseases.
They might have parasites and stuff, and you don't want to bring that into your. I know, right? Shelley.
Damn, Shelley.
Come on, Shelley. Get it together.
But if you don't buy, like, some people are kind of like get a little crazy with it, and they buy all these different like types and different like kinds and different.
Yeah, those people are weird.
But
I wasn't gonna say it.
But like, if you just buy some like standard old kinds, they're not very expensive. But you can buy them, at like the shows and stuff, and you introduce them and they break down the wastes, and they basically like you have all these
decomposer. Yeah, you have like a food chain in there,
right? And so it's pretty cool. It like sustains itself as long as you get it going and you keep it going. You have to keep the moisture. You have to have
the right type of environment.
Yeah. You have to make sure you make sure it's going.
That is super interesting.
And you have to add like, depending on the type of frogs, you obviously have to continuously add food. But usually it's like flightless fruit flies and stuff like that.
Oh, flightless fruit flies.
Flightless fruit flies, yeah.
Say that for 10
So would those just be fruits?
Flightless fruit flies.
What?
Those would just be fruits because they're flightless flies.
No. So
well,
it's aren't they beautiful though? Isn't that beautiful?
It's really cool.
They had one of those in my library when I was in elementary school.
Really?
Everyone spent like hours like just
in your library?
Like looking around
it.
Yeah,
the most cool thing. I think I might start off with like a 10 or they start
like
off with 10 gallons or 20. Probably the 20 gallon because why not?
Why not? Go for it, right?
I'll probably do that. And what the hardest part is like I'm gonna turn the 20 gallon on its side and make a sliding glass door.
Oh God! So they can get out.
So they can get out.
No.
So that snake that's in the bathtub can get out.
No, but I think that's what I'm gonna do.
I love stuff like that. Just like I love reading about like hydroponics gardens and how they work and everything like that. I just think that really is all interesting.
That's what I just bought is like aquaponics, like the balls that you put in the clay balls.
Yep.
That for the false bottom. I just bought a bunch of those, but they're really cheap. And so, yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
What about you, MG?
I'm really into men right now.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Or
Hey,
they,
you
never
do
mind.
you. Whatever you got.
Yeah.
Well, I just recently watched The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh,
on Netflix.
that Netflix one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've wanted.
Too scared.
I'm gonna watch that one of these
So, it was
days. Go ahead.
really good.
Yeah.
And
Is this really scary?
yeah, actually, I thought it was pretty scary.
Good.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, it was... honestly, it had the best jump scare I think I've ever seen.
Yikes.
Oh, I'm not
In my
watching it for
life.
sure. I can't do those.
But it's only 10 episodes.
Nice and short.
I don't know if it's going, like, if they're going to make another season, whatever. But I was like so into it because like I would like, after I finished watching it, like I looked up on YouTube, like different videos about it and stuff and like reviews and everything.
Yeah.
And like, there were so many things that I like missed.
Oh yeah.
Not really missed,
yeah.
but like,
Easter eggs and stuff.
yeah, like there were a lot of that.
Right.
Isn't
Isn't it based on like a bunch of other stuff? Like, I feel like there was a movie and a book. And
I think there's a book. I think there's a book.
Yeah.
But like there were like a bunch of theories and stuff that came out of it. One really good theory that I feel like is actually true about like the ending. I don't know, like I'm still like very like I still think about it a lot.
Cool.
That's cool. I love when you like take in a piece of media or like a show, whether it be a show or Broadway show or anything like that, and you just like kind of like take that time to really like invest in it. Yeah. I like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I want to not watch something else afterwards because
you're like, I don't want to move on.
Yeah.
If
I get that.
If I watch something and I'm immediately like, okay, next, then I feel like
it wasn't that good.
Maybe it wasn't that good.
So I know a show is good for me when I'm like dying to get through it so that I can go look things up about it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I want to like look things up about it, but I'm like, I can't until it's finished because I don't want to spoil myself.
No.
Right.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, that's when I know that it's good.
I have shows that I watch the final episode with, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and watch that again.
Yeah,
Episode 1,
Mhm.
start it over.
Mm-hmm. Like what?
Well, not immediately, but the show Death Note. It's an anime, but it's the only anime that I've ever liked that's not called Pokemon. Sorry.
Excuse me, that bathtub one was pretty funny.
But like, I don't like anime. I don't like it. It's not for me.
The one with the snake in it?
No.
No.
No, it's a mermaid. A merman in the bathtub.
Oh.
In fact, there's almost like a meme among anime fans. It's like, if you're not an anime fan, you'll like Death Note. So if anybody ever says, what's your favorite anime? And they're like, Death Note, then
like,
you make fun of those people.
Yeah.
But Death Note is so good. And, I've seen it once and I'm already just like, I gotta find the time to watch that again. It was just so good.
Didn't they make a movie out of that?
Yeah, there was a Netflix original movie and it was garbage.
Was it?
It was real bad.
Was it Netflix though? No, I feel like that wasn't it. Like a live action.
Yeah. I mean, there was a Netflix original movie. It sucked. Something fierce. But yeah.
Last thing I had that kind of shook me to that core was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ooh,
that was
the movie.
so
That
good.
was really
Which
good.
shout out, best movie, Golden Globes.
Hold on. We're going to pause for 1 sec. And we're back. Go on.
Yes. That movie won Best Picture for the
Yeah.
Golden Globes. And Rami
Malek.
He won
I don't know how
Best
to
Actor.
pronounce
Did he?
that.
Mm-hmm. Which, you go.
You go. He
It
deserved
was
it.
so good.
And you've been listening to Queen music. Pretty
Yeah,
much
I didn't
nonstop.
realize how many songs that I knew were actually from Queen.
Yeah. You just knew the songs, but you didn't
I
know
was
the
like,
artist.
oh, they wrote this. Okay.
I also was like that while I was watching the movie. I was like, oh.
Oh, that's a Queen song.
Oh, Under Pressure?
Neat.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's everyone. Yeah, we're all into stuff. Good job. Who else? Everyone else but you, I think.
Oh.
So, question closed.
Okay, what is something that is really dumb that you're insecure about?
Ooh.
That's a good
That's a good one.
Something that's like just really dumb.
Yeah.
That you just know you shouldn't be insecure about, but you are.
What's yours?
I don't want to go first.
Oh.
I can't. No.
All right. Well, someone
What's
else.
yours?
What's mine?
Yeah.
Are
you insecure about anything?
Yes. But I don't know what.
You're insecure about blowing your nose in front of people.
No. I just don't want people staring at me while I do it. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Eating when people are looking at me, not like around, but like sometimes Clever Girl and I'll be eating, and we'll be talking, and she'll like look at me, and I'll feel like I have to cover my mouth. It's mostly licking my lips, because I do that a lot when I eat, and that's like a gross thing to just be like licking your lips right in front, staring someone in the eyes and just licking your mouth. It's a weird thing. So like I'm constant, like usually if I'm in public and I'm eating, I constantly have like one hand over my mouth because I don't know, it's just something weird about it, you know?
Okay.
So it's a stupid thing, but I'm just insecure.
I'm like that, like with like.
Yeah? He nodded, so is it nodding that you're insecure?
No, like I'm the same way with food though, like, but it's not the chewing. I just feel like a pig when I eat in front of people.
Yeah. People are watching you just like shovel food in their mouth. Yeah.
Just like, not so much around friends, but like people that I'm like either just like acquaintances with or I'm not really close to.
Yeah.
And like there's food, I'm like, I can't eat because I'm gonna look like a pig.
Right.
So I feel that.
That must be a common one. I feel like a lot of people have like issues with food and eating.
Why? This is a tangent, but why is eating a social activity? Why is that something?
Because we have to do it all the time.
Yeah, but can't you go into the privacy? Why can't that be like hey, we're gonna meet up and like talk, and then we're gonna go separate into these booths and eat?
Some people don't
like
have
a
time
stall.
for that.
Maybe, but like I don't know. Like, why is it a date activity? Let's go out to dinner. Why is dinner romantic?
I don't know, babe.
It's weird.
It's something that everybody enjoys eating. I don't know.
That's true. That is true.
Unless you're weird.
I fucking hate eating.
Like Shelly.
Yeah. Shelly, what's wrong with you? All right. Well, what about you?
There's like a couple of things. I'm gonna say two probably. I get really insecure. I just do not want my butt crack ever showing.
Oh my god, me neither.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I am constantly like pulling at the back of my shirt,
scared.
pulling at the front of my shirt. Like I'm constantly.
Yes.
Not that I think I've ever really had that problem, but I've seen people like that, and I'm like, how the fuck do you not know?
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta know.
And I've seen people do that, and they're always people that you would think would have the self-consciousness enough to know not do it, or people that are like, I'm not doing this as a joke, but like, you know, and you're just like even have some self-respect.
Even in my own home, if I'm like just cleaning something and I'm trying to, like, I'm constantly like, don't look at me, or like constantly fiddling with my shirt or whatever. Another one is like, I'm really insecure about like eye contact with like certain types of people. Like either people like I just met and I know our conversation isn't going to last very long. Like I had like we were having working interviews at work today, and like I met the girl and I was like, oh hi, I'm Jody and blah 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 blah, and then like I knew she like had to go do something, so I was just like, okay bye, and then like just looked away, and I was just very insecure. Or, like, if I'm walking down the hallway at work and there's somebody at the end of the hall, like, I don't look at them. And they, like, call me out on it all the time. And I'm like, listen, that's a me thing. I don't like looking at people.
Right.
So I always, like, try to look like I'm thinking about something, like, really hard. Or, like, I walk really fast, like, I gotta get somewhere.
Right. Like, you're busy.
Full on sprinting away from them.
No, bye. No, that's something I'm really insecure about. And that's stupid. I should just be able to look at people.
Definitely.
That's mine.
I agree. Cool. Did you answer, or will you have a separate one?
I guess one, like, the first thing that popped into my head was, especially, like, when I'm, like, when I'm, like, going out on a date or something. I always want my date to look at this side of my face.
Just the right side.
That's the right side.
Okay.
Not the wrong side.
constantly in profile to them.
Why aren't you looking me in the eyes? I am.
Yeah.
Like you're drawing, and you're just like...
No.
Oh, God.
No, I mean, like... So not really like out for dinner or anything, but like if like we're going to a movie,
You have to sit on a certain side.
I have to sit on this. Like he has to be on like
You're
to my
right.
right. Yes,
That's really funny.
I don't know why. I just think that my left side is uglier than my right side.
I get that.
So
I think most people have a side that they like lean towards. They face more towards a camera when it's.
Yeah, I think that too.
Yeah.
So then like I'll always like. This is stupid. So like I'll like. Like if there's a group setting and like there's a certain person that I'm like attracted to or whatever.
Like, I want you on my right.
Yeah, I'm like I never let them see this side. Either I'm facing this way or I'm facing completely to them.
Right.
So like if they say something rather than like if they're on this side or no, if they're like on this
On
side
your left side.
or like over here or something. If they like say something that I want to respond to, I turn my whole body and I'm like,
and you're like, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Huh.
How was your date? Well, it was really good. I don't know what the left half of him looks like.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I
yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah.
I think that's like a primal thing. And there's a bunch of stuff like that. Like apparently like women, like when they're attracted to somebody, will like find a way to show their armpits. Like that's honestly like a thing.
What?
To like,
What?
like I don't, because it's like a vulnerable
Yeah.
Oh my
area.
god, are you serious?
Yeah, like they'll like find a way. They'll be like, like like, or they'll just find a way.
You're like trying to send signals when you don't have a house. You just raise your arms like a wing or something.
It's really funny is I feel like I do that.
Right, you'll notice it now.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah,
That's
I learned that in
weird.
high school, and then I was like, the fuck yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
Like or like you'll lift your arm just a little bit more to be like, oh stop, and or like whatever.
Stop.
Yeah, it's not like that obvious because you're doing it like subconsciously, so it's not
Oh my God.
awkward.
Man,
but
that's funny.
but there's like
really
stuff like that
funny.
all the time.
Yeah.
So
I'm serious.
Wow.
I think I do that.
Wow.
you'll find now that you think about it, you'll notice it.
Well,
that, like,
speaking of you,
Mm.
what's something that you do, or what are you
Um,
insecure about?
This is really
how about showing my
stupid.
armpits?
Yeah.
But I hate socks socks that are really tight on your feet
Oh.
that like show the entire
Like you can see your foot.
The shape of the foot?
just show the shape of your foot.
Uh-huh.
I hate seeing my foot. I always hide my feet
Just get rid
and
of it. You don't need it.
I don't think I have like ugly feet or anything. But like if you can see, but my feet look really ugly in tight socks.
In socks. Oh,
In
okay.
tight socks,
Wow.
yes. So like I always buy socks that are like
Loose.
padded,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're like thick
so
enough.
you
Okay.
Thick
can
socks,
like see. Like you don't like see it like I don't know.
It disguises the shape of the foot.
Yes, but like I don't think my feet look bad outside of the
Yeah.
sock.
Right.
What's
But,
wrong
like,
with you, girl?
I don't know. But
That
like,
makes
as
sense,
soon as
though.
It like I don't know. It like looks bad
Yeah.
when you have tight socks on.
Yeah.
So whenever
what
I'm-
happened to you? I
don't know.
Something happened, and now
But
you're still
whenever-
tight socks.
So like I have a bunch of socks like the ones I'm wearing right now, and I'm totally hiding my feet.
Uh-huh.
But they're like cute tall socks. But if I am wearing socks like this and I go over to somebody's house and I have to take my shoes off, I hide my feet every time. Every
I never
time.
knew that.
Yeah.
But if they're not tight and they're like,
You like show them off. You're like, look at my feet.
I'm like, no, they're fine. They're fine. I don't gotta hide my feet. Because I don't think that I necessarily have ugly feet. Like, I think my feet are fine.
yeah.
I don't think
your
I
feet
have
are-
cute feet. I know I don't have cute feet. But, like, I don't have ugly feet.
Right.
Mhm. I hate socks.
Yeah, you do.
Except I've been sleeping in them, and I think I sleep a little bit better. But
Probably.
I hate socks. Hate them.
What do you feel about those toe shoes? Like shoes that have toes.
I would
Or
never
toe
wear
socks.
Or toe socks.
I hate toe socks.
Whoever invented those is seriously
it's
so
so weird.
stupid.
I don't have a problem with them.
I mean, if somebody else wants to wear
but
them, whatever, but I don't. I personally would never wear them.
I don't get it. Are they more comfortable?
No, they're not. They're not comfortable at all.
Are they easier to walk
I thought
in?
for sure. I'm like, okay, it's like a glove.
This is the way
for
that
your
I feel
feet.
about it.
So it should be warmer. They're not.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I don't care. Like if somebody to see somebody else wear them, I don't care at all.
Right.
When's the last time
I
you saw
don't
somebody
care.
wear toe socks?
I have no idea. Like it doesn't.
I have like a million pair at home. I'm gonna have to break them out.
Could not care
Ooh,
less
really?
about
I
it.
don't know where.
But like I personally would never.
Your big
do
old
it.
feet wouldn't
I got
fit.
giant
Because I don't think that would be comfortable.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're like in between your toes.
Because like, here's the thing:
Viviana
if you were
used to
wearing
have those toe shoes.
if you were wearing a sock,
What the hell's wrong? Like,
if you were wearing a sock and it goes around your foot, it's like your foot is inside the sock.
Right.
And if you had one toe like poking out separately, it would be like kind of out there, even though it's wrapped up in the sock. It's still like away from the foot.
Right.
And if every toe is like that, it feels like every toe would be freezing.
They are.
So
One time I
weird.
was like, I'm gonna wear these because they'll be like a glove for my foot, and then I went outside and I'm like, my feet have never been so cold.
Yeah.
I think I had a pair of toe socks in high school,
Mhm.
but
I think
think I've
my
ever worn them.
mom thought I liked them and just like bought me a bunch, and I'm just like,
Why did you think I liked that?
I don't know. She probably thought because I like wear. She calls them thongs, flip flops, because they go
yeah.
between your foot.
Wow.
That's an old person thing.
Yeah.
it is an
Thongs.
old person thing.
So I don't know why. Because she thought I like things in between my toes.
Weird.
What a weirdo.
What a weirdo.
Shelley.
Come on.
Shelly.
All right, well, Shelley,
God, Shelly.
thank you for listening to this episode.
You know she was.
You know she was. For this episode of Peeves and Qs, guys, if you want to find us on Twitter, you can do that and send us tweets and things at Peeves and Qs. Peeves is how it's spelled, and the letter Q, the letter S. There's also Mr. Red Productions on Twitter at Mr. Red Prod. Mr. is the long way. No, I forgot about the email. Guys, the email. If you want to email us longer questions or peeves or concerns or questions, whatever, do that at peevesandqspodcast@gmail.com. Clever girl.
I was going to say, my Twitter handle is clevergirl, the letter F and the letter X.
That's a long one. No, it's just Clever Girl FX.
Yes. Yep.
So, and I'm Mr. spelled out the long way, Red 2342.
Wrap it up.
That's it. We're done. Go home. It's over.